Welcome, beautiful people, to the live mock draft. This is my favourite time of the year because I get to spend time with different content creators and we get to have a little bit of fun because when you do a mock draft, it's easy to manipulate it so you get the players you want, the right teams. Tonight, we're going to be doing it. We have got loads of content creators. There's another one coming. He's just having internet difficulties, but I'll take you through the crew. You know me, I'm Pommy and Oz. I'll be representing the mighty Hawthorn, St Kilda, and the Western Bulldogs. But next to me is the amazing, the musician in the group. He's the John Lennon of this party, and he's a mad Carlton man. I've got the great man Ian from Navy Blue Corner, Melbourne and Adelaide Crows. Tell the audience what they're going to be expecting from the new Adelaide and Melbourne list manager.
Pommy, thanks for having me. Very keen for this one. And I haven't done a lot, I think, with Adelaide and Melbourne previously. So I'm a little bit excited to have two new fan bases absolutely despise me for the picks that I come in with tonight. But I think it's all about just keeping it simple. Adelaide, they got a good list, so it's going to be quite easy to add on to that. Melbourne, they kind of need everything. So I feel like having those back-to-back picks, it's almost what falls to me and kind of take the best available is where I'm looking at it right now.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do. Two good clubs, two good meaty picks as well around the draft. So you should have some fun. You're one of the few not representing your club, but a man who is representing his club. A new friend of the Pommy and Oz channel. We like new friends. We've done quite a lot of content this year together. He's a real good guy. He's the quiet assassin of this group, but he will be representing Felix from Everything Essendon, his own Essendon, the Brisbane Bombers, and the GWS Frauds. How are you doing, Felix? Tell us what you're going to be doing for them three mighty clubs.
Hello, Pommy. Hello, everyone. How are we? The Bombers don't need a lot. Just pretty much, nail it as always. Brisbane probably need a bit of a leg up. So Dan Animal was a handy little addition. Thank you, AFL. I'm excited for GWS. That's going to be a fun one because we're only going to take a couple of 2 or 3 selections, but they're at a sneaky good range, and I think the Giants are a team who like a little bolter in there as well. So yeah, should be good fun.
The Giants, interesting. Their Kautumi's already gone with today that they have a target in mind, but they've spread a wide net. So that could be an interesting one. What you do if you spread the wide net?
Spread the wide net.
Mate, the wide net. Well, also joining me for the first time on this mock draft, but he's probably like the great granddad of AFL YouTubers. If you watch AFL YouTube, you definitely have seen this gentleman, the great man himself, Jesse, True Footy. How you doing, Jesse? You are representing, if my maths is correct, Eagles and Sydney.
That is right. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks, mate. Happy to be here. You'd think I have an easy job with West Coast picks 1 and 2. As I sit here, I still don't know if I'm fully locked in who I'm going to pick with pick 2. There seems to be a few options, and strangely, we're not far out from the draft, and we don't actually know who's going pick 2 at this point. So, bit of pressure, but I'm very happy to be here.
Quite a few Carlton fans in the chat. You might be able to piss them off with a Harry Dean bid.
I could go bid heavy, I reckon. There's about 6 or 7 players I reckon you could justify. Well, that's not true. Probably like 3 or 4 players you could justify the bid pretty early on. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. And his partner in crime is here. If you watch Jesse, you'll definitely know this man. Another trade draft guru and representing his mighty North Melbourne, Collingwood and Richmond. I'm excited, Dylan, because this might be the first time North Melbourne list managers have ever not called a midfielder's name for about a decade.
It could be, at least with the first pick, but we don't actually have a first rounder this year, which is a little bit strange. But yeah, thanks for having me on for this, Pommy. I've been looking forward to it all week. I can't wait. Some interesting teams. I feel like you've sort of stitched me up, giving me North Melbourne and then Collingwood, who don't even really rate the draft at all. But I do have Richmond, so they're kind of one with maybe the most interesting picks and probably shape the draft overall.
I think it's interesting as well because Collingwood have launched an audacious bid for Carlton's pick 9. So it does look like they have their eyes on a good player. So I'm intrigued to see if you try and do some Collingwood magic a bit later on in the show. Try and steal one of our picks.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. I think there's a chance they come for that pick, but at the same time, I suppose there's a bunch of midfielders around that range. You got guys like Dyson Sharp and Jacob Farrow, maybe Sam Cumming, who probably fit the bill for Collingwood, but it's hard to know, and it's kind of hard to see how they would actually get that executed, in my opinion.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. And perfect segue from my mate Joe's, fresh off his Barry sponsorship. A good mate of mine, you know him very well, probably the guy that features on the show more than Mrs. Pom, and that is the great man himself, Supercoach legend. If you ever play Supercoach on mainland Asia, you know that they call it Lek Coach because he's that much of a legend. But Carlton, Gold Coast and Port, Lek Dog. A lot of pressure on you here. You've got Carlton, mate.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, and I'm probably going to be realistic, which is going to be really disappointing to Carlton fans out there. It's not a Barry, by the way. I wouldn't drink that piss, and anyone who represents that company are a dog. So my teams are all bid heavy or have no picks at all, and I feel like I get Port Adelaide pretty regularly on this show, and every year I don't think I have a selection. All right, so we might continue that trend, but I will be making many phone calls early in the evening trying to get some trades done.
But you are good at Port, I've got to say, because I do believe the last time you had Port, you actually nailed their first pick from memory.
I did.
So Port fans, get around it. And joining us again, new guy. We've done some content earlier. I said we'd get him back on. But he's a WA expert, and that makes us excited because usually, as you know from my content, if you're in Western Australia, you don't actually exist in the draft. So I'm excited about having Hayden from the Footy Yarn. He's going to be representing some big clubs as well. He's got the mighty Geelong Cats, but Fremantle. Interesting. Are you excited about them two teams? I think they're really intriguing selections for you.
Yeah, they're definitely interesting ones as far as their spots go. I've got stuff going on at the end of the first round where there's definitely got to be some great value. And from then on, I think, I don't know if this comes as a shock to anyone, none of us are really experts. So our picks in the 40s and 50s could be getting a bit rogue. And I wouldn't be shocked if I definitely have some buyers coming through based on some bloke-based selections towards that stage of the draft.
It's the most exciting part of the draft, though, that the 40s, because you can dine out for a year if you get one of them picks right in real life. I expect a few posts from Let Dog when he gets his pick in his 40s right.
It'll be in my bio.
Well, here we are, right? Look, we are ready. We are ready. Pick one on the clock. Everyone watching at home, you can follow along, hit the website, and you can play along with us as well. I'll drop that link in the chat for you if you want to play along. But while we're here, you can now trade as well. Other coaches, live trades are up. On the clock, Jesse West Girls, pick one.
I'm pretty much not going to negotiate a trade here unless anyone wants to put their hand up and offer me something very tempting. It's very quiet in this room, so yeah, I am probably just going to go ahead and select Willem Dersma with this selection. I think everyone knows this is going to happen. I'll be surprised if West Coast haven't told him formally sometime soon if they haven't already. Big athletic utility that probably has an unclear position at the next level, but we've seen him play a bit of VFL as a kind of like utility playing behind the ball and intercept marking. And yep, I think West Coast can take anything at the moment, and he's a no-brainer.
I don't think anyone's surprised here. Are you excited about Willem Dersma, shiny new toy?
Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, I feel like I've got a lot more angst around what pick 2 is going to be. That I've almost overlooked the fact that we're going to get a very good player in Willem Dersma. High ceiling, maybe not the highest floor as a player compared to some other prospects, but still pretty optimistic that he can be a very good player at West Coast naturally.
Mate, I love it. I think we're all there. Well, I mean, you also have pick 2. Are you going to? Who are you pissing off first, I imagine?
The Blues would like to call up West Coast here. We're interested in your pick 13 and 34 for our pick 9, and a handshake deal that you're not going to bid on anyone at pick 2 that might be connected to the Carlton Football Club.
I don't know if those handshake deals are allowed, but I am tempted.
Well, just don't tell anyone we did it.
Okay, all right.
Like in the
between you
real
and me,
AFL.
mate. Sounds good, mate. I'm actually pretty down for that deal. So let's make it happen. I'll give you 13 and 34. And Matt Owi's back.
Sorry, that's a deal breaker. Beautiful work.
So you're
So,
doing
Pommy,
West
if it
Coast
doesn't
now
give you
and-
the live points, by the way, while you're doing the trade, you need to do one trade first. That's how I've made it work.
So 13 and you're doing pick 9, yeah? So 19,
Yeah.
13, 34.
Yeah, beautiful. Great deal, everyone.
Locked away. And there's the gentleman's agreement. So pick 2. We had a trade. Okay, like dog trade. So what are you doing now? You're back on the clock, Jesse. Anyone
like to
else
bid on
ringing,
Harry
making phone
Dean.
calls?
No, I'm joking. I won't. But that is hilarious. I'm going to bid on Zeke Euland for a start.
Okay.
Gold Coast need to make
Good.
some phone calls. Gold Coast would like to call North Melbourne. We're interested in pick 25 and 26, and we'd love to offer you an impressive pick 15 to get you back into the first round.
Just 15.
I don't know what else we've got, so give me 2 secs.
I can tell you.
Gold Coast and Richmond. What did I have written down? Not Richmond, North Melbourne.
There
Can I
you
have
got
you pick-
15, 18.
Can I have 29?
29. Let me see the maths on that. Would you take a 36?
I would. I
All
would
right,
take
let's
that.
do 15 and 36 for 25 and 26.
So
I'm happy with that.
15. 15 and what?
36.
15 and 36.
Yeah, and you're taking what? Pick 25, was it?
Actually, no, that points value actually is a loss according to this calculator. So we wouldn't actually do that. It'd have to be
Yeah, I
15
know.
for 25 and 26. Yeah.
So you've reneged on the deal.
Yeah, we could throw in 52 if that makes you feel happy.
So for those watching at home, you are selling 1372 of points, getting 1,151 back. So
I
that's
feel like this is exactly how a North Melbourne deal would go down. And we just go, yeah, okay, whatever.
I think so. You get pick 15, which will come in. That'll come in. That's a great deal.
I like the players around 25, 26, though, which means that I need a kicker in the 30s.
Well, then it'll need to be 36, but then I'll need 46.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, done.
Okay, so
Okay.
15, 36, 52 for 25.
Almost no point
26,
doing that trade, by the way. But anyway,
26, 46. Is
I'm
that
not
correct?
a Gold Coast fan. Yep.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep, so you've got 15, 36, and 52 going from Gold Coast, 25, 26, and 46 going to North.
Yeah, something like that.
Once I click live trade, it's locked in.
Yeah, live trade. Gold Coast have to make another phone call here as well.
Okay.
Essendon,
Hello.
we'd love to get you closer into the first round with our pick 18.
Okay.
And we'd love to get 27 and 30 back.
All right. So
You won't need them. The bids aren't going to come early, but
You don't need
we would love to get you higher up the draft order.
Okay. I actually really like 27 and 30 as picks because they're going to slide down with all the bids that come inside. So could we maybe do like a cheeky or maybe like you've just traded 36, haven't you?
Yes.
That's not very nice.
Yes, that's why we went to North Melbourne first.
Yeah. 27, 30, 18.
It's a great deal for Essendon here. I really shouldn't be even calling you and asking about it.
I'm sorry. I really like 27 and 30. They're going to slide into a good range. I think 21 is the pick that I'd be more willing to trade. So if you can find a trade around that, I'd be happy to work it in. But I like 27 and 30.
Live on air, that's going to be difficult. We could go pick 18 for 20. No, that's not going to work. All right, don't worry about it.
You know what? For the sake of this, let's just go 27 and 30 for 18 and 46. We need the content.
Yes.
It's a content trade. I don't think Rosa would do it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. A slight points upgrade for Gold Coast there.
Okay, so just tell me that trade again. Go
27 and 30.
Yeah.
For 18 and 46.
This is where you decline to match the bid.
Yes. Sorry, I know this is boring for everyone watching, but
no, it's good. It's good value. It's good. I love it. So
okay,
I love it.
I'm stimulated.
Gold Coast will match the Ezekiel bid.
Okay, so that will lose you 24, 25, 26, and 27, and you get your compensation at pick 50.
Cool.
Locked away. Okay, back on the clock, Eagles.
Pommy, I do want to clarify a question that I never asked. Is this predictive, or am I picking who I think we should take?
Mate, you're just the list manager. You are in charge.
Perfect.
You are.
Perfect.
You are. You've got the keys to Eagles.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with the bloke that I think we will take anyway. I'm going to take Cooper Duff-Tytler here. Now that we've secured a deal for pick 9, I like my chances of finding someone else that helps our midfield. And I've gone for the talent pick. I do think this will happen anyway. But I'm coming around to it as we need a ruck. I don't know if he will be that at AFL level full time for sure, but at the very least, high production, running, good ground level player that helps us in transition as well. So Cooper Duff-Tytler joins the Eagles with Dersma.
I love it, and I think does anyone here think they might not take Cooper Duff-Tytler?
I think they'll take Dyson Sharp.
I think Dyson Sharp's awesome, and Pommy, you've absolutely convinced me on him.
Mate, I love it.
I honestly think it's from a super coach perspective as well. That's where all my background comes from. He's my favorite player in the whole draft.
I think with the deal to get 9, I'm more comfortable taking him. I did consider Dyson, but had someone wanted to trade down, I probably would have gone Dyson.
Does anyone else though? Do you think Dyson though? I don't want to put ideas into other list managers' head, but everyone hated him until last week. Do you not think he might slide though? Because I had him at Essendon, I think, in one of my mock drafts. Would that open it up for a Richmond trade?
I think it just depends on. I think it just depends on the team. Like, I think he's really well suited to a club that's right at the bottom of the ladder right now, like an Essendon who are in that real strong rebuilding phase, and they need the leadership qualities that he brings. He's going to come in there and be a big culture shifter, I think. So an Essendon or a West Coast, I think it's perfect. I wouldn't say he's necessarily as suited to a Richmond who have kind of drafted recently types like that as well. Like, they got a Josh Smiley sitting there, some more slower guys. I think he'd probably be reasonably suited to Melbourne as well, just given the off-season recruits that they've had. But I think there's a little bit of, with Dyson, it's a little bit of the intangibles kind of thing, around what he actually brings, because it's more of that off-field stuff, I feel, and more of that glue and connection that he brings.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair. It's going to be fascinating on draft night. I mean, I think Dyson deserves to go pick 2, to be honest, pick 3. I'd love it, but if he doesn't, whoever gets him, I'll be envious. But Richmond are on the clock. We've had turmoil with Jesse causing the biggest trade in the world from Gold Coast, about 8 picks to gain 45 points. Richmond,
so in the end,
are you going to make him do it again?
So Jesse took CDT in the end, right?
He did,
Correct.
yeah. CDT.
That happened. All right, so I'm going to make this difficult for my competitors here. I am going to pop a bid on Dylan Patterson, who I think is the next best of the academy players.
What?
Would I take him here in the open draft? Maybe not, but I just want to make everybody pay up. So who's got Gold Coast?
Me. And Gold Coast have the points to match after our trades quite easily. I just want to double check. I'm not going to do anything. I just want to double check what picks we have later in the draft before I hit accept. Yeah. Gold Coast will just match.
Gold Coast match. Nice and easy. That was
Oops.
Dylan Patterson on it as well.
Dylan Patterson.
On my end, I accidentally drafted him to Richmond, so I've completely ruined it on my end tracking it, which is cool.
There you are. Right, fantastic. Patterson locked away. As you can see now, Gold Coast, that has massively affected their draft hand for anyone wanting Gold Coast players. But he's waiting now. He's waiting. There's going to be a bit of a tense wait at the Gold Coast HQ. But Richmond, back on the clock.
Back on the clock. I am going to take here the biggest bolter in a decade in Sullivan Roby into that Richmond midfield, doubling up with Sam Lawler from last year. I think they're similar types of players, but they have enough flexibility that you can bring both of those guys in. One can play forward, one can play in the midfield, and vice versa. So I think it works for Richmond. And on talent, given what he's done in the back half of the year, I think he sort of deserves this place up at the top and just brings something a little bit special, I think, with that story that he's kind of carried through the back end of the year. And I think Richmond fans are pretty keen to bring him through the door.
It's a good pick. Can you imagine that? Roby on one, Layla on the other half forward flank.
A lot of guys to worry about.
It's disgusting. Looking forward to round one, seeing them two melts go up against my boys. But good pick. Who are you pairing with Sully?
I'm going to... Do I want to bid again? I think I'm going to bid again here. Just to be an absolute prick. I'm going to bid on Dan Annable.
The Anadog. Felix.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Danny Annabelle, 1925 and 39 will become 45. Should you want to match or do you want to call up, phone a friend?
And we'd have picks behind that, wouldn't we? Right? We'd have one pick behind it.
Brisbane currently. Brisbane have, don't do that to me, 1925, 39, 46, 55, 64, 75, 93, and 111. Obviously, they won't be used.
Yeah, so we'd have something in the 50s and pick 45?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Lock it in. Dan Annable.
Locked in. There you are.
Yep, very happy with that.
Pick 6.
I'm back on the board.
With the Ashcroft boys. That's a fearsome trio, that. But Richmond, you going to wind anyone else up?
I'm going to go... No, I'm not going to bid again. It's too much bidding. I'm going to take here a bit of leg speed. This one's been linked to them, but he's probably not for most people the consensus. I have him a little bit higher than most people. I'm going to take Sam Grill here for just that electric movement and electric speed around stoppages. I think he's got a nice transition into the AFL playing off half-back or playing on a wing, but this guy just gets the ball, takes off, takes meters, probably the best ball carrier in this draft, and I just think he's going to be awesome for Richmond. I think this is a perfect pick, and I think this is probably what they'll do on draft night as well.
We talked about him a lot when we did our X draft together, and hard to find someone, isn't it, who's quick but can run all day. I think it's a great Sam Grill and Sullivan Roby. I think that's a dream duo for your first round.
Where does all the other content creators here, where do other people rate Sam Grill? Do they think it's too high, or what's the consensus here?
I've got him 6th on my ranking, so I'm pretty high.
Love that.
Yeah, Grill's a bit of a strange one. I feel like I think everyone in that top 10 to 20 could be ranked anywhere in that top 10 to 20 other than maybe 5 or 6 of them. Like everyone seems to, even from the top levels and the top journos, everyone seems to rank everyone very differently. But he's definitely been one of the more consistent, names in that top 10, which I think probably stands to reason that he does deserve to go pretty high this year.
I have him 13th, but that's from a super coach perspective.
Jesse, where have you got him?
I don't have formal rankings, but if it was me picking, I probably wouldn't have him in the first 10. I think they're a more well-rounded prospect. The contested game probably spooks me a little bit, but there is high upside there because if he builds that, then he can be Zach Butters. In my opinion, he'll go a little bit later.
I think it's fair to say for those watching at home, I described him quite jokingly on Blue Abroad, and I've killed him for Carlton fans. I was described Sam Grill as imagine Sam Philp if he could actually play football. And that's meant to be a compliment, because why Carlton traded up for Sam Philp was because of the lightning speed and the endurance. The problem is he treated the sharing as if it was a hand grenade. Sam Grill actually knows what the ball is. I like that pick, Dylan. I think you've done well. We're at everything Essendon though. Dylan's been mean. He's taken Sullivan Roby, who I did see the comment section were demanding you took, Felix.
Sullivan Roby.
Yeah, you're under a bit of pressure now. They've taken the guy that they all wanted.
That's all right. That is all right. I've got someone else I want. But I am trying to work through a cheeky trade idea, and it would involve the Carlton Football Club. Because I'm like, if this trade doesn't go through, I have to bid on Harry Dean. That's just unfortunately what I'd have to do.
That feels like a bit of pressure.
No pressure, but yeah, blackmail. No, but and if that was to be the case, I think when would that second pick come in the 20s or something, Pom? That Carlton
about 23-ish, depending on where we are.
So
do you have a selection now? After that?
24. So 24, that's before everything gets deleted. So Let Dog's probably spot on.
And is there a Carlton pick after 24? Sorry to be a pain, but I'm just...
No, mate.
Yes, there will be.
I'm also Andrew Dillon here. So 14, 16, 28, 37, and whatever else that was. 37, 49, 62, because he did that trade, remember, as well.
Yeah, and okay, I'm just trying... Okay, so if I send you across picks... What picks do I have? Not 8 and 9, the ones after that, 22 and 25, I think it might be, or 20 and 24.
There you are. So Carlton, 8, 9, 20, 23, 39, 78, 96.
Okay. And, so if I send across picks 20 and 23, it would mean that 20 eats up 14, and you send across pick 14. It would mean that the points for a Harry Dean bid would be less because I'm not going to bid on him for the sake of this deal. Are we allowed to do that? Did we agree on that before, by the way?
It's just in the real AFL they do it. So
well, they're not allowed to talk about it. But if you watch the live trades, I'll throw Mick Agresta under the books. But Mick Agresta famously in that thing when we get Harry O'Farrell goes, "I've just got a text from Andrew Mackey. They're bidding on." Their next pick is Camporelli, so we need to get this done now. So yes, they do talk, even though they're not allowed to. Abuse code.
All right. So cool. So I give you picks 20 and 23. That means pick 16 will eat up most of the bid from. I mean, it'll be the Melbourne bid 2 picks later. It means your draft hand would pretty much. I think it would be better in the 20s. You'd get. What would it be? 23 and 24 or 23 and 24, something like that, along those lines. And you send me picks 14 and 28. Obviously, we need some maths here to work out if that actually does benefit you. But I think that's close to a win-win. It puts Essendon up the board a little bit, and your picks get eaten up easier because the bid's later, and you've got, I think, better picks in the 20s.
Yeah, I think with that 119 gap, if you don't bid for 2 picks, is made up.
Yeah.
So I think that's an acceptable deal. Isn't this the deal I tried to trade with you before? Anyway. Let's do it. I trust the process. It's good for content.
All right, cool. Cool. Thank you.
To be fair, it is the deal, but the points now work grossly in a different favour. So Felix is actually a genius here.
Do it, because I think that 119 gap chat will disappear as the 2 extra picks come through.
Okay, locked in.
Cool.
This is so exciting. How good are live trades?
You wouldn't bid on Dean right now.
All right. Yep. Put in a bid on Harry Dean. So with pick 8, I will be taking Mr. Xavier Taylor.
Pick 8, Xavier Taylor.
Yeah, I think this
treason dog. Blue Abroad is unhappy with me in the chat.
The way I see it, Xavier Taylor is kind of like one of 4 players that I think Essendon just kind of have to pick if they're available. I think Willem Dersma, CDT, Sullivan Roby, and Xavier Taylor are like the high upside players. And if you compare him with someone who's a bit more bankable as well, I think that makes perfect sense. So Xavier Taylor is exactly who I was waiting out for in this draft. So I'm happy with that.
I think it's a great pick. Who are you pairing him with?
Mr. Dyson Sharp. You could 50-50 Sharp and Cumming. I think both are great picks. I did a mock draft the other day where I picked Cumming, and now I'm going to do one today where I pick Sharp. And I think Sharp makes a bit more sense to pair with someone like Taylor, who's high upside and might take a little bit longer to really get going. But Dyson Sharp's going to come in round 1 next year and be close to the player we think he can be in 5 or 6 years' time. I think he's a really bankable pick.
I'm a big Sharp man. Big Sharp. I think it's a great pick. I think they're great 2 selections for the Bombers, and the fact you've also traded up. I think Essendon would be stoked with looking at the names on the board. 14's going to be a very good player. So I like this. Ian, you're on the clock. Let Dogs managed to manipulate a Harry Dean free.
I don't like it.
Why are we giving hints?
Look, I mean, if Lekdog wants to do it again and give me something really tasty, maybe we won't bid on Harry Dean, but I doubt anything is coming my way. So, I want that bid coming right now, please. It's gone too far.
So 16 and 20 get deleted, 27, and then obviously that will work out about 25 by the match.
We will match it.
Matching?
We will match it. I know we could try and stuff around and trade 16, and it's too hard. We'll match it.
Mate, you could do. I mean, I love it, but I love it. So match, Dean. Okay, pick at 11 now. Done that, Ian.
Yeah, this is a really interesting thing. I feel like Melbourne can do so much here, and it's pretty much who is available after those picks kind of picking talent, because they've got a lot of list holes. Like, I was really looking for Xavier Taylor. I thought that was going to work out beautifully. I always thought he was going to fall to me. So it's changed my plans a little bit. Obviously, they've lost some midfielders. They've still got Viney. They brought in Jack Steele. Langford's a big boy, but I want another one in there, and I think the best one there that can do a bit more is Sam Cumming. I thought he was Essendon all over. So, yeah, I'll take with my first pick, Sam Cumming, please.
It's a great selection. Like if you went to Timu and got Christian Petrarca, you'd find Sam Cumming.
And I like it with also with Langford there. I feel like both kind of can play a little bit similar. Like, they can go in a few different positions, go forward, take some marks. So it just adds to that versatility rather than just a straight inside bull, which I think Melbourne have had too many of that in the past. So have a bit more dynamism in the midfield. And then I'm probably going to ruin everyone's plans here because this might be a bit of a reach. But look, they could take a key forward in this spot. They could take another kind of midfielder. But I'm looking at their list, and they really do not have a small forward at all. They don't have a lot of pace in that forward line. Chandler's good higher up the ground, but it's just a bunch of tall blokes that cannot do much below the knee. So Lockie Doverston, I think, is perfect here with Pickett playing a lot more in that midfield. I think they just need smalls. And so I'm going high and early on a bit of pace with Lockie Doverston.
Feeling the Charlie Spargo loss. They've gone to the draft.
But I don't actually hate that pick, actually. I think Doverston is underrated. Is it fair to say underrated? Like, this seems to be the first year for a long time that small forwards no one's talking about.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm looking at their list right now, and some of the other needs, like, you can always get, I think Melbourne, the way I'm looking at this, I'm looking like I'm the list manager over a few years. So I think Melbourne will be down the bottom for a couple, which means I can probably double dip again next year with some high-end talent. After getting the midfielder, it's either a key position player or a bit of sort of like outside speed, which I feel like they've got a few of those players, but just not in that front half. They need something desperately there, and I really rate Doverston a lot. I think he can hit the scoreboard and just add something else in that forward line, which currently is not great.
Do we reckon there's any chance that Melbourne would have a pop at a key position forward? I know the fans aren't massively keen on it, but part of the reason I think for them that they don't want to go down that path is because they've had players like Jefferson sort of fail in the past, but they still probably do also lack a tall, I feel. I know they brought in Brody Mychek as well, but Schubert, Marsh, one of those guys, I reckon they'd be sniffing around a couple of those guys as well.
Yeah, I was really thinking about Schubert in that spot as well. I just think I feel like that's even more of a reach slightly over Doveston. And I kind of am hoping next year there'll be another key that they can absolutely take in the draft.
Yeah, I like the risk. You see, I'm with you, Ian. I didn't have Melbourne taken at all. I think there is some quite good tolls later in the draft that suit what Melbourne want. I think if the draft board was like this, you might as well go exciting and try and get back in. If
getting my check as well, it kind of buys them a year or two for that. So yeah, that was my thinking.
Well, you shape the early part of the draft, Jesse. You have now options to shape the middle part of the first round. Who are you looking for here?
Well, I won't lie. I was hoping there'd be a bit of a slider. I was hoping for one of Sharp, Cumming, or Doveston. In reality, I reckon Dyson Sharp is available here, but I reckon Jacob Farrow is not. That being said, I can't bring myself to pick Jacob Farrow, who is absolutely a bargain there, or a good value there at that selection. I'm going to go a little bit rogue with this one based on what West Coast need, and I'm going to take Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves here.
That's hot.
High upside.
High upside. Obviously finished the year well. Had some disruptions this year. I think with collarbone and illness. Didn't test at the combine, but also born. He's still 17. I reckon he turns 18 this week. So a late birthday, and he's got the tools. It's just about whether he can produce consistently. And I think West Coast, amongst other many things that they need, they certainly need some class and goal kicking potency. So I think he fits the bill better than a Farrow.
That youngest player in the draft was Carlton's tactic for about 10 years. It was a good one. You basically get 2 extra years out of it.
Oh, don't. I'm having flashbacks from people telling me Carroll was going to be the next Chris Judd. Oh, no. You know what? I've just realised I'm Hawthorn and I did not expect some of these names on the board.
This part of the draft gets really exciting, I reckon, when you get to just past like 12, 13.
It doesn't, because the trades as well have kind of thrown me a little bit, because I didn't think it would be as good as it is now from my lens. I'll try and make it bigger for you. Is that bigger for you? You guys just won't see the second best player on the pool, but you should be able to see it a bit better. Let me know, chat. If I do it like that, you should be able to see it. That's a bit bigger. That's probably the biggest I can get it without killing everything. But Hawthorn here. Oh, God, I am so in between two players. You know what? Screw it. He's not going to be there at my next pick, and I'm going to take a risk. Jacob Farrow, Hawthorn Football Club, get in. Thought process around here basically is I didn't think he would be here. I was with Jesse. I thought someone was going to be a bit mean earlier up in the draft. But I think Hawthorn, looking at the list that I'll talk as if I'm a Hawthorn representative. The list we've got, we've seen how successful Weddle was when he played ahead of the ball this year with Will Day's injury. And he's another type of player that we just like, can roll across halfback, play on the wing, a lot of midfield time in 3 or 4 years. We're really stoked for that selection there. So, yeah, I'm chuffed with that. I'm actually happy with. I didn't think that was going to happen. Welcome to the club, Jakes. Who are we? Oh, Felix, pick 15.
Yes. This, Dylan, you're right. This is an exciting part of the draft, but it's also, I hate it because you're passing on so many players that you want. I'm tossing up between about 40 different players right now. There's one guy that I think this is what I'm saying. Everyone,
no.
I think it's too early. I think if Josh Lindsay wasn't available, I'd be going straight for him, for my boy. But I didn't think Josh Lindsay was going to be around here, and I think Essendon really do need class, better ball users. And Josh Lindsay is just about the best kick in this draft. I rate him really highly. I know that he slid through a few boards, but I'm going to pick Josh Lindsay here at pick 15 and disrespect my boy, Mr. Harley Barker, who I really should be taking, but I won't.
Can I just say, Josh Lindsay with Archie Roberts off the halfback line?
Yeah, that's good.
That's sexy. I've got to say, I can't believe it. Terry's right. This would be like the third draft in the row. Essendon have taken someone that I love. You've taken Dyson Sharp and Josh Lindsay. Like, oh no. Good job on doing the
Ruining two
rating show
perfectly
with
good
Fiona.
Supercoach rookies in the process.
It's tell you what, that's a great selection. GWS though now this is exciting. This because GWS always the surprise team. Felix,
it is me
got
again.
A pretty good draft board.
Oh, you know what? I mean, who have you got? Oscar Taylor, Harley Barker. I might have to do it. I might have to take my boy, but for another team. I think GWS are always going to throw out a bit of a random one. They need some outside run. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go Harley Barker here with GWS. I think this makes a lot of sense. Oscar Taylor's also a great shout, but I think Harley Barker, you not only get high upside, but when he's ready to play, you're going to get someone who's, hungry. His Sturt coach says he's the most ready-made player that's come through the system. Harley Barker, pick 16. I think that makes a lot of sense for the Giants.
Tell you what, that is a fearsome, you think about that, Barker and Jones on the wing for the next 10 years. That is a defensive nightmare, isn't it, against it?
Hey, Pommy, what pick has Port Adelaide's pick moved into?
Great question, Mr. Leck. You are now 43.
That's not quite as far as I would have liked. Anyway, 43 is available for anyone who wants it for a future pick.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. Right. So we've got Harley Barker. So now on the clock is me, Doggies. Oh, I'll tell you what, the dogs here. Looking at this. Oh, dear. You know what's worse is all 5 names as well, where I wanted, and I was hoping someone would choose for me. You know what? I am going to go, looking at the Bulldogs, I am going to bring in... So tough. I'm going to bring in Oscar Taylor. Fuck. I don't need toes. I need ball users. I need to suit that slingshot style we play. In comes Oscar Taylor. I'm chuffed with that. I was hoping Harley Barker. I was going to take the punt on Harley Barker. I'll be totally honest.
Mate, I've literally got North Melbourne next, and I've got Harley Barker or Oscar Taylor written on my spreadsheet
here. Sorry. But yeah, everyone's on my list, and I'm taking my gut. So North Melbourne sneaking in here. They did this trade earlier. This is an exciting area for you.
And I think the fallback plan here is that you get the best kind of pure key position player in the draft that's sort of fallen through. So it kind of still makes the trade relevant. So I'm going to take here South Australian Aidan Schubert. I think he can kind of play a variety of roles. He's a pretty modern day key position forward. His endurance is really good and kind of looks a little bit, I suppose, similar from a draft profile perspective to Riley Thilthorpe, that guy that can go into the ruck, covers the ground really well and just always seems to like drop into pockets of space and pick up possession. So he's a guy that can find the footy somewhere between 15 and 20. He usually gets over a game and he also kicks big goals. So it's exactly what North need on some level, but I was kind of signalling there for that kind of halfback or winger as well.
It's tough. Schubert working with Darling, though, that's kind of exciting, isn't it? Because I would say what Darling is amazing at is probably the question marks you've got on Aidan Schubert. So like that kind of guy that can just nurse him through for the next year of really perfecting the art.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's like a leadership role there for Darling to play. I'm sort of hoping long term that we can probably segue him out of the team, but he'll definitely be there for the next couple, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, finally, he's been sat there. Oh no, sorry, it's Ian. Adelaide, you are on the clock.
Yeah, this is nice. I do like Adelaide's list, and I don't think they need too much, to be honest. And there's kind of 2 players I'm looking at here. It is Jevon or it is Mitch Marsh. And look, both SA boys as well, which I think helps make the pick a little bit easier. I don't necessarily think they need Jevon, though. I'm looking at kind of I know their midfield probably needs a little bit of extra run, but I'm not sure he's ready yet. They've got a lot of that kind of outside players. They've got Isaac Cumming. I've got Peatling. I'm looking at that forward line. They want to go the three tools. Tex can't be there forever. And I like that Mitch Marsh is that little bit shorter. So he's a bit more mobile around there. I think that will work better as you progress, as the AFL is shifting. So I'm going to go my boy, Mitch Marsh. I actually rate him so highly in this draft, probably a lot higher than others do. I have him higher than Schubert, just as far as like key forwards. So yeah, give me my boy, Mitch Marsh.
As an Englishman, it'd be quite nice to see Mitch Marsh get drafted, so I don't have to face him in the Ashes. So, welcome to Adelaide. I'll still never forget that. I'll never forget that. Just true story to bore people, because some people might have heard it before in the chat. But when I did my first guys to watch in the draft, I mentioned Mitch Marsh. It was before national championships, and it was a comment, and it was a comment by lots of numbers. But it was like fucking Poms talking about football. He's confused cricket with football, the idiot. And it's honestly my favourite ever comment. Like, genuinely, I was so happy with that comment. So I was like, that's fucking gold, man. Like, well played. Well played. I applaud it. But finally, the amazing Hayden, he sat there quiet. You've got back-to-back picks, Geelong and Fremantle. Your Geelong hat is on now. Great selections for Geelong, though.
Yeah, it's probably the longest I've ever gone without saying anything, if I'm honest. You boys have done such a good job so far. And I've just been really nervous waiting to see a couple guys slide down, and you don't want to say anything to change anyone's opinions. But there is one guy I had on my list too, if he was available at this selection, that I would be taking, and that's Ollie Greaves. I think such a terrific midfielder. He's such a damaging player, and Geelong obviously have such a stacked midfield and so many great young players in there, but a player like Greaves, there's obviously a bit of storyline. His granddad, the Geelong Best and Fairest, is literally named after his uncle. I can't quite remember which, but such a terrific player, and I think someone who could really develop into someone extremely dangerous with that Geelong side very quickly.
You know what, Geelong, Hawthorn fans out there, I was hoping my boy Ollie slid. It was a calculated risk. I can't believe the Cats have dogged the Hawks in true rivalry fashion just before we got there. But no, I think that's a great selection. He screams, doesn't he, the type of player that 19 clubs disrespected, and 5 years' time, this guy's lining up for his third All-Australian blazer.
Yeah, no, he's just, I mean, for the size he is to also impact the way he does on the ground, up forward through the midfield, it's such a scary prospect. He's one of those ones where I think a lot of people wonder why he isn't ranked higher by certain clubs and in certain mock draft boards. But at the same time, he's going to be a really exciting one to watch come draft night. As far as Freo goes, though, with this pick 21, there was a few that I was really hoping would slide. When I saw West Coast didn't take Farrell, I got a little bit excited, and that didn't last very long at all. Hibbins Hargreaves was another one that I was really hoping could slide down here, and I thought would be a really exciting player. But with those players gone, I think prioritising a fast forward and someone who's going to really try and convince Cozzy Pickett to come over a little bit more. They've already got Isaiah Dudley. Let's bring in the whole family. Latrell Pickett's going to be coming to Fremantle.
You know what? I'm so happy because in my mock, I had him in there, and I had the same theory as you. I was like, Operation Keziah requests a trade to be with his cousin next year. Like, let's get the boys in. I love that. I can see that. Like, Fremantle's forward line, potentially one of the most exciting on paper now with Pickett there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Isaiah Dudley has been really exciting this year. It's been years where Freo's been screaming out for genuine, scary small forwards. And now they've got those big keys that are towering, lumbering and dangerous. To bring in those players and whichever other members of the Pickett family they have to bring across before Cozzy does decide he'll come to Freo, it just gets scarier and scarier in that Freo forward line.
It is exciting, as well. A bit Bolton as well. You can see it, can't you? Bolton, Dudley, and Pickett being the three amigos in that forward line. It's scary good, but Mr. Leck, Carlton, you did the wheeling and dealing. You've managed to manufacture a pick.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really actually think we'd have a pick here. Carlton are going to bid on Max King from Sydney.
Jesse.
Look, my pick comes 2 picks later. I was hoping you'd forget, but I understand why you're doing that because it also pushes back the Jack Ison bid and the points. So yeah, we'll match that with no fuss.
It's mostly a spite pick, just for the record.
Oh, true. I actually forgot about that narrative.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with points. So it's interesting here because Carlton they've done well. They actually didn't think they'd necessarily sneak through here to have a pick. So there's 2 players I'm sort of tossing up, and one is, do we go for another defender with Harry O'Farrell out for the year? I actually think long term we're okay in that department, and I think I'm just going to take the guy I have highest rated. He's from South Australia. His name's Jevon Philippou. Just I think it's an exciting pick. It feels like it could be a Sam Philp if he doesn't develop in our system. But I think we're a better club now. I think we've got a better, more balanced list than we have in previous years. And I think he's a great little, as we do what are we going to call it? A reset. He'll be a great little player.
Philippou's royal. I love that.
I'm not sure in real life that we actually find our way in a situation where we have a live pick here, but I hope we do.
I'd love a bit of the paw here. Well, I mean, Hawthorn, we've got a lot on the table, but we're now pissed off because the 3 people we hoped would slide have miraculously just been taken in about 4 picks. So we did have conversations with this gentleman a couple of weeks ago trying to get a guy that really wanted to come to us, but they played hardball and were dickheads. So we're going to bid on Adam Swade, Essendon Football Club.
Fair enough. He's a Hawthorn fan growing up, actually. So the nice thing to do would be to let him go to the Hawks, where he probably wants to play. But I'm gonna match that bid.
Have you got Zach's number? Does he want to come here?
Yeah.
He's not returned our phone call. Okay, well, we're here. You've matched that bid. That's sad. Okay. With this selection, Hawthorn Football Club would like to lock in Cameron Nairn, South Australian legend that he is. Come to him. I did see him a minute ago as well. I was just making sure he was on my books. There we are. Cam Nairn, Hawthorn Football Club, pick 25. Thank you very much.
What picks do the Blues have left? While you're working on that,
Adam,
what picks do the Blues still have left?
37, 49, and this pick.
Okay, because they're in an interesting spot, right? Where how many list spots do Carlton have going in here? In real life, here,
3. So I mean, in probably real life now, this is.
We try and trade out all those other picks, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone need picks 38, 48, whatever it is for a future, third rounder? Does anyone else need points in the draft?
You know what? Pommy, what picks do Brisbane have?
Because I could trade with Gold Coast myself, but that's a whole hassle.
Brisbane, you've got 42, 45. So at this stage, from a big match perspective, you maybe would.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that trade. We've got a 3rd rounder attached to Melbourne, so I'm happy to give you Brisbane's 3rd rounder for next year for what picks did Carlton have again, sorry?
I don't know. I think it'd be
37.
Yeah, what do we have? Carlton, Brisbane.
So you've got 37, 49, 63, and this 26.
So it'd be the 37 and 49. The other picks will die, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to send across a 3rd rounder for pick 37 if that suits you.
Great, perfect.
So 37 for a future 3rd, tied to Melbourne.
Yep. Great, and then the Blues will select Jack Ison.
So you're just going to select him flat out?
Yeah.
I like it. I tell you what, we don't see that very often anymore. So for those watching at home who asked, how do you do this? This is why I had this other thing. It's going to force him to match the bid, or you can pass and it'll just automatically select him as if you've done it. Because in the rare occurrence someone does it, you can just ignore the match. So that's what that second button is. Okay, Sydney, back on the clock. What are you doing here?
There was,
I honestly
there was some chat, by the
thought-
way, saying I could have traded out that live pick, but it was just I just didn't want to waste too much time.
Yeah. I thought I might have both of these picks absorbed with bids, and I'm thrilled to say that I can take a live pick, and I'm going to select Blake Threadgold for Sydney. Best available key position defender. Should have gone earlier, in my opinion. He's bolting a little bit. It's tested really well. And nice little athletic key defender. And Sydney would love to bolster that part of the ground. They'd love someone ready-made, but Threadgold's too good to pass up.
Great pick.
I think that's a great selection.
Yep.
It's a great selection.
I really wanted Nan. I thought people were going to forget about Nan. There's a chance he goes to the D's, according to Toomey. So that was a bargain for you, Pommy.
Hey, look, I'm a South Australian fanboy, so I do like my South Australians, and I did want to just go safe pick with Hawks, just another annoying midfield forwarder. So I was hoping that maybe Essendon would try and dick me and not match the bid, but they didn't. So no, we had to do it. But no, good pick that Blake Threadgold. North Melbourne will be spewing, I'd imagine there.
We are.
But
Sorry, man.
Dogs, what are we doing? The Dogs would like to bid on Gold Coast Football Club's Bo Adensol.
Wow.
Sure. We assume we have enough points to match that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Great.
Do you want to match?
Yeah, absolutely.
Be my guest. Be my guest. Okay, Bo Odensol's matched. The doggies here. This is tough. Because there's no one that's screaming that I really want them. But I'm going to go with their strategy that's worked pretty well. The Bulldogs going with players that have got huge endurance. So I'm going to go Matty Leray out of South Australia. Bring him in there and really build that nice midfield line that we've got going and pair him up with our first pick. So Matty Leray and Oscar Taylor, welcome to the football club. Back to the Giants. The Giants, you've Felix.
Who have we got on the board? If you scroll up just a smidge, is Lockie Carmichael where it's?
Oh, sorry, there we are.
Oh no, all good. You know what we might do? I want to play party poopers a little bit and put a bid on a rival player. So I'd like to put a bid on Harry Kyle. I think he's someone who would suit the Giants anyway.
Yeah, but I'm fine with that in theory. I just need to make sure we have the points. I presume we do.
Okay, so remember as well, for those, well done as well, chat, I've seen you been commenting on everyone's draft window. Well done. We are in the second round. And as you can see, my algorithm deducts that 84 points. So this is that obscure round now. So yes, you do. You owe 325 points. You will have a deficit. Remember, you can go up to 1,167. But it will only be 45 points.
Apparently Gold Coast just went into deficit and we didn't notice, but
you did. It was like 300.
It's all good. Play on.
Yeah, I'm happy to cop a little deficit. 3 good players.
In he goes. There you are. Harry Kyle matched back to GWS.
All right, who have we got here? I'm not liking what we got on screen. Not gonna lie, this is kind of the range of the draft where it does fizz out a little bit. There are still some. Who's a GWS coded player? I might go with a little high upside pick. I like this guy a bit anyway. If you scroll down a little bit, I reckon with 31 we'll have another bolt. The Giants like to be a bit out of left field, and I'm going to go with Mr. Hunter Holmes.
Ooh. That is such a Giants pick.
And then we can spend years, speculating over him going to play with his brother or his brother coming to play with
Exactly.
him.
In 2 years' time, we'll get Max Holmes as well. We'll be sorted. No, I like that. I like that pick because I think I was tossing up between an Oscar Taylor earlier. I didn't end up going with him, but I think there's some similarities between the two. Not heaps really, but similar style of player. And I think the Giants, that orange tsunami, Hunter Holmes is someone who, if he does come good, it's a big if because it's a very much a high upside type pick. That he'd fit in really nicely there. So I like it. Harley Barker, Hunter Holmes.
I like it. Well, I mean, North Melbourne now, you've waited patiently. You've probably seen every player you had on your list go.
Pretty much. I mean, I feel like I've still slid back into a pretty nice range here, even though I gave up those 2 mid-20s picks. Probably the big one that I'm disappointed that I missed was Thread Gold. But I guess the fact that we got Schubert sort of offsets that. I think I'm going to go tall again here, although given the fact that we did get Schubert, it gives us a bit of flexibility. I'm looking at a couple of guys. You've still got Archie Ludovic, you got Louis Emmett on the board, you got Cody Curtin, you got Liam Heatherton. I actually think I'm going to go a little bit rogue here and take Marcus Krasnodumskis. He's a little bit more of a ruckman, but I just think with the upside of this guy and how athletic he is, he can either play as a bit of a, with that new rule with the fifth bench player not being a sub anymore. I think he can be a bit of a running ruckman and also play as a key position tall for us. So I'm going to take the Kras man.
The Kras man to North Melbourne. There you are. Off he goes. That is. Tell you what, we love a left field pick from you, Dill. I do like that, mate. I do like that. You fought out of the box there. Rate that. I rate that get. But Melbourne on the clock, Ian.
This has honestly worked out so well for me, I will be honest. Melbourne, I decided not to go sort of a Schubert earlier or a key position player, bringing in a midfielder and a small forward, and now all the key forwards that I could have possibly wanted are available. I was hoping at least one was still there. There's 2 that I like the look of. So, yeah, I'd never expected Archie Ludovic to be available. So, lock him down for the Ds, please.
Tell you what, I'm a huge Ludovic boy. I'm a big.
He wasn't even on my notes because I didn't assume he would be here at this pick. So Melbourne are very happy.
I love it. But that's a great selection. Richmond on the clock. Dylan, back to you. You got 2 very good players, Robbie and Grill.
Yeah, I actually didn't realise this had come around so quickly. This one's a bit of a curveball for me now. I'm going to take a little bit of a bolter, am I? Actually, what I'll do here, I'll have a bid on Adam Swade because I don't think that's come yet, has it?
Yeah, it has.
I did. Okay.
Hawthorn, we were mean because we're still upset, Zach that they rated their captain. We wanted him for just a first, but they wanted more.
Chat are screaming at you to bid on Zach McCarthy, but
I'm not going to do that, unfortunately. I'm going to pick Oakley Chargers boy Sam Allen. A bit of a bolter here. Well, not a bolter because he's been injured all season, but someone that's pretty high pedigree, very athletic, and I think given the traits that he has, he's got good speed, good endurance, and good athleticism. I think he can be a bit of a transition mid for Richmond, someone that they don't really have. We added, Sullivan, Roby, and Grill. Here's a little bit more leg speed and a little bit more athleticism into that midfield for them. A bonus pick, I think, in the 30s here.
And because they drafted so well, they can take a bit of a punt, can't they, this year?
Exactly.
So I love it. Well, you've got Collingwood now, who will be stoked to see that they have got a draft board and Zach McCarthy still intact. What are you thinking here?
This is tricky. Do I take a mid for Collingwood? I'm going to take... They've still got another pick after this, right? So they can still get McCarthy late.
Yeah, because you are now into the rule as once it gets past this bid, pretty much, it's just your next pick.
Gotcha. I'm going to take Riley Only from the Murray Bushrangers Vic Country, an explosive inside-outside midfielder. I think he could come in with his speed. He could play a little bit of wing to begin with, be a bit of a ball carrier, and then go inside as he kind of develops into the Collingwood system. I think he'd give them something a little bit different in there and be a bit of a long-term replacement for someone like a Jordan De Goey when he becomes full form.
Quality play. I was actually on Pies Footy yesterday, and I was selling them. Because we talked about Onley, and you loved it when I called him Timu Bontempelli. So I've sold it to the Pie fans. You're just basically getting an off-brand Marcus Bontempelli.
Quite a bit off-brand, but yeah, we'll go with that.
mate, it's just a $2 shop, Marcus Bontempelli. And tell you what, a $2 shop Marcus Bontempelli is better than a $2 shop Sam Philp, isn't it? Geelong. Oh, that's me, isn't it? No, it's Hayden.
No.
Hayden.
Yeah, that would be
Geelong.
me.
This is a great area for you.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a bid here, but it's not going to be someone that anyone thinks. I think if I'm going to go a bid, I want it to be someone I think Geelong could actually use, and not that I don't rate these guys, but someone I really rate who we haven't seen a lot of this year. I think he only played maybe 3 games, kept dealing with injury. Kobe Evans from the Perth Demons. I'm going to be placing a bid on him. There's a lot of bias in that because he actually used to boundary umpire my local games. So I'm a big Kobe Evans fan personally. But also as a player, he is an absolute freak. He reminds me a lot of a Shea Bolton style player. His speed, his chase on the ball, his relentless pursuit of the footy when it's available to him, and his ability to play overhead, play along the ground. He's such a talented player, and I think if I'm Geelong are pretty good at picking up these kind of picks, so I'd want to place a bid on Kobe Evans.
Tell you what, this will...
Should have known you'd be a threat to me today, Hayden. We were like NGAs and father sons.
I was wondering which one I was going to bid on.
Yeah,
I was just thinking, you must be thinking, tell you what, no one remembers Eagles. Everyone forgets we've got NGAs and father sons.
Kobe Evans is our hidden secret. So you've put me in the position. You put me in the position of having to decide between Kobe Evans and Tyler Williams here. And I, don't want to give up Banfield either. So I'm actually going to match this bid.
Okay, let's find.
I'm happy with it.
I just saw Kobe and I've lost him. Right, Kobe
gives us the midfield. Gives us the midfield option, which we craved in this draft. I agree on everything you said. High upside. I'm hoping that no one agrees with you on draft night, Hayden. But for me, probably now that I've got Hibbins Hargreaves, I can probably let Williams go, even though they're not exactly the same player. But it just fills different holes there. And Kobe Evans, come on down.
To be fair, you are actually in a good position though now, because that's the last time there's any points associated. We're at the stage now, 37 onwards. It's just your next live pick. So
yeah,
Eagles are in a pretty good spot, really, because you've got 4, 5, 5. You've taken 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 6 list spots, haven't you, on the senior list from memory?
I thought it was 5 actually.
5.
I'm actually not sure.
1, 2,
You've
3,
thrown me.
4.
I thought we had 5.
Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you can take another one, and then you've got them extra 4 list spots for the rookie as well.
That's right. Yeah,
so you can match one more. You've been mean here, Hayden. You've made them do list management, and list managers don't like list managing.
Yeah, poor blokes. I'm going to go again. Let's just get some bids out of the way here. There's a few just sitting there. I'll put Zach McCarthy bid down. Geelong would love a tall forward. He's there. If Collingwood don't elect to take him, I think he'd be a great pick for Geelong.
I was so expecting a Charlie Banfield bid.
Yeah, well,
I really thought that was...
Pies list manager, you're on a great spot now because we're past 36, so this is just literally kills your pick 39. So you're in a great area.
Pick up the scraps here and just get that done. Lock him in.
Love it. Tell you what, I'm loving Hayden here, just coming in and he's like, tell you what, everyone, get your picks out.
Yeah, can I be honest? I'm really thinking with both clubs here because I want this Freo pick to go up. So let's get rid of that Essendon pick. And is Hassel Ashkar, has he been bid on?
He hasn't, no.
Let's place a bid on Hassel Ashkar here.
This is great.
Oh, man. I was looking forward to pick 40 there. I was thinking
Tyler Williams is there too, Hayden.
Yeah,
do Tyler Williams first.
It's going to be
He's
Tyler
better than
Williams,
us.
Charlie Banfield, and Wes Wally as my next 3 picks after this. You're just going to see 10 bids in a row.
Oh, damn. You know what?
matching?
Yeah. I think we have to. I was looking forward to, Huss kind of flying under the radar and maybe being taken in the rookie draft, but Let's match it. Let's match it.
I
Why
love it. I love
not?
it.
All right. And I'll call it there for the bids. I am tossing up between two very different styles of players. There is one who I think a lot of people outside of West Australia probably wouldn't know too much about or rate too highly, and that's Leon Kickett. He's an absolute freak. I remember watching his first couple games this year for Swans when he wasn't playing state and just thinking, holy shit, this guy's really, really good. And I've been so stoked to see the rise that he has had. But I think for Geelong, a key forward is probably more important. And someone I really rate who probably didn't have the best of years for what they could have done, but is a really talented key forward, Liam Heatherton, is who I'm going to go with for this pick.
That is such a Geelong pick.
Yep.
I can't tell you how much that is a Geelong pick. That's a great pick. I like that.
Yeah, that was a fun little four pick span right there.
Well, I mean, look, it's annoyed everyone, but I mean, Brisbane, you're in a really good position. So Brisbane, I brought my list sheet up, but Brisbane, you are expected to go quite hard, but you have got list spots to play with, but you have got your bids, remember, but you are on the clock, Felix.
Yes.
Is there someone you like there?
I could be a dick and go Leon Kickett, but I won't. There is someone I like, kind of a Brandon Starcevich replacement, I think, from Tasmania, Mr. Avery Thomas. I think that makes a lot of sense for Brisbane. And I like these picks too, because I was expecting to be matching bids with my last few selections, but hopefully, actually, I won't remind anyone because I do have a pick in a few selections anyway. But yeah, happy with Avery Thomas. I really like him. High upside player too.
Look, I love it. I think it's definitely one of them selections. It's definitely one of them selections. I like it. We've got Fremantle on the clock now. Hayden. So this is what this would make you. After this, you've got 36 list spots, so you've still got room to play with. But you will be one of the first to be in the territory where after this, Fremantle can pass. But what you're looking for here, Hayden?
Yeah, I'm mostly just looking to go back on my bullshit, and I'm going to place a bid on Jai Murray.
Ooh, tell you what, the Jai dog. Tell you what, I actually, bold call. He's one of my favourites of their little NGA things. So Gold Coast, right? Let's bring up the maths on this.
I'm assuming we can still bid and I didn't fuck this up. Match the bid.
Well, yeah, it's just next pick, so you're totally fine now. Once basically your picks are irrelevant here, you've still got picks in play, haven't you? Yeah, you have. So yeah, you're basically your 88 just dies.
Yeah, match it.
Okay, so Gold Coast. I'm pretty sure now, Gold Coast, you've taken 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play the maths game.
I think we might
You've still
have
got one list spot. Tell you what, they're clever, these guys.
Is this website, people in the chat are asking Pom if this is a live in the...
You can't watch what we're doing. You can't watch what we're doing, but that's why I said at the start you can follow along. But in the comments, I've
dropped it in the chat.
You can play along. Oh, cheers, man. They are, yep. So you can play along. Remember, this is free to use. We don't want any money for it. We do this for the love of the game. But Fremantle, you've annoyed Gold Coast. Who else are you annoying?
There is a lot of me that really wants to just start placing some more bids here. But I'm not going to. I'm going to go for another bit of a rogue one. I think his selection, it reminded me a bit of, as much as it didn't work out, I did really like him at the Dockers, Tom Emmett a couple of years ago. Dockers are in a place where they can bring in some more experienced players and see if they will be able to impact the 22 this year. So I'm going to go with Ty Hayes from Southport. As much as he's battling through injury, probably won't see him until the second half of next year if he does come back. I think an experienced player like that who can play on the outside is a perfect fit for Fremantle right now.
I love that selection. I love that. I really like that selection. And our first non-traditional pathed player coming out of state football has been picked, which I think is going to happen. Do you, Hayden? I actually think with this draft class around here, you might see quite a few state players being with a chance of getting selected.
I wouldn't be shocked. I feel like I can't remember last year's draft off the top of my head, but I think we expected a few more than we actually got last year. I think Sam Davidson went, but other than that, there was a few expected to go that didn't. And the same this year. You look at Tom Blamiris from Frankston's one. There's one out of Richmond who I can't quite remember the name of as well, but there's a few boys kicking about who are really well rated from the State League this year. So I'd be shocked if we didn't at least see one or two of them go.
Port Adelaide surely take some State League players. That just fits perfectly on brand for them.
I'm with you. I hope they do. I mean, Adelaide, talking about Port Adelaide, their big brothers are on the clock. Ian, you
Yes.
got an absolute steal for Mitch Marsh earlier.
Yeah, pretty happy with that one. Can we scroll up? Because I'm ready to make some bids, actually, and I want to see who's still available here. Yeah, okay. Carmichael is perfect for Adelaide. So if Sydney doesn't want him, we'll be happy to take him.
It's
We'll match.
only going to
the
cost them pick 60.
Yeah, we'll match it. Yeah.
Sydney match. Adelaide back on the clock.
Oh, well, I see St Kilda with a pick coming up. So yeah, Fincher, let's go.
Love that so much.
God, I know what Stephen Silvani feels like now.
Mm.
I was like, fuck, people have forgotten him. I'm going to get a pick in. Yeah. You know what? We'll match him at this stage because it hasn't killed us too badly. It's just basically we have to pick him up 2 picks early. Cheers, Adelaide. Cheers, Ian.
Yeah, now this is risky, but I'm going one more bid. And Brisbane, I see you right after me here, and I actually don't mind this man if you don't take him. But Prindable, let's go. Let's put a bid on him.
Oh, what's my pick looking like after 46 there, Pom? Do I have anything
So
else to it?
basically what will happen after this match is you actually have got to pick straight after Brisbane.
Oh. Yeah, okay. You know what? Why not? Why not? We'll match it.
You know what? I'm glad that someone's actually done a mock draft because I'm playing it with you guys, obviously, but someone's actually bid on these guys because these are actually Brisbane and Gold Coast guys outside the top 10 everyone's talking about. Bona fide quality players. Like Jai Murray is an absolute jet. I would love Jai Murray. So I'm glad that these guys are getting bid on. But Adelaide, what are you going to do? Thank you very much for the $20, Teresa. We love you, my darling. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Adelaide.
I feel like I'm going to go a bit rogue here because I obviously went the key forward with my first pick. And look, I know one of their strengths is a lot of that sort of high half forward and forward line. You got Keys, you got Rochelle, Neil Bullen's nice and handy in there as well. But I feel like Rochelle might end up playing a little bit more midfield. And there's a guy who he's still available. I absolutely love him. Give me Hugo. I still don't know how to pronounce this man's name, but Mikunda, whatever you want it to be, is just call him Goals because this man, he's electric. He's got some speed and he could potentially end up moving into the midfield as well, like I guess a Rochelle is hopefully going to do. But I just like a bit more dynamism into that forward line as well. Now that a few of them are going to start pushing up, Rankin's in there as well. I just feel like they need to replace that with a guy like Hugo.
I think it's a good selection. You know what? I know Says, I've seen you in chat, Says. I know he's your boy this draft. She talks about him all the time. So she'll be stoked to see the Hugo get a mention on this show. Essend, who are we now? Where are we?
Port Adelaide, I think.
Oh, Adelaide, you're finally on the clock.
So in real life, Port Adelaide trade this pick and then they draft a 27-year-old key defender with their last pick in the draft that plays in the Sandful. But what I'm going to do as list manager of Port, because I have their depth chart up and I just hate their list. I'm a hater. I don't think Will Brodie coming in is going to alleviate Zach Butters leaving at the end of next year. What we're going to do is take one of the highest ranked midfielders. He's very undersized, but don't let that scare you off. We're going to take Jack Dalton here. Yes, he's undersized, but that is why he has slid. Very good junior numbers. Going to be our next Zach Butters.
You know what? Jack Dalton and Corey Durden working together. That is tasty, I reckon. I like that. I like it. Brisbane,
All right.
I've done your list management. You have 36 on your senior list, 42 in total. So if you do some maths, other list managers, then maybe some people gettable.
So I've got the 1 pick remaining. Is that what you're saying, or 2?
You've got 2.
2. All
So,
right. Well,
you know what? I'll make it fair so everyone can stay up to date. These are the remaining tied players. So you've got Collingwood, Geelong, Gold Coast, GWS have got 2, 3. Fremantle have got 2, 3. Melbourne have got 1. Eagles have got a few.
Easy.
You've got Bridge.
Yes.
To help you out, you've got Bridge, and I don't know who else. You've got someone else, I think.
We do have someone else.
It's been taken.
We've got Isaac Waller, but I'm going to go with a similar type of player, but I think a better option who's still on the board. Louis Emmett, I don't think has been taken yet.
He hasn't.
No, we're going to go Louis Emmett. I think that's an upgrade on what we would have had if we matched a bit on Waller. Pretty similar style of player, mobile ruck, really good for the modern game. And getting him at 48 is a bargain. I really like Louis Emmett.
It's a great selection. Tell you what, that Brisbane, that would be a classic Brisbane as well, that they picked the guy that no one has talked about. So that's a great selection. North Melbourne, pick 49. I've just redone your list to make sure we're all right. You've taken 2, haven't you? So you should be all right. I think
a couple of
yes.
37 there's a couple of a couple of really good players on the board here, and because I missed out on the halfback flanker and sort of ball user, outside ball user last time, I'm going to take here Max Condigiannis. Give us a little bit of athleticism in the back half of the ground. Someone that can run the ball out of defense, but also play a little bit of, lockdown and play on those versatile types, play on smalls, play on talls. He's around the 190 centimetre mark. So this is good. This is good for North Melbourne, and I actually can't believe he's still here.
Well, I'll be pleased to tell you as well, that would be North Melbourne now finished. They're at 38 on their list. So you would be now waiting for the rookie draft. The Dogs, that's me. I come into play. Let's make sure we get this right. We're doing this first time this year because last year we did overs. 35, add 2 onto 3. That's quite easy, isn't it? 35. Okay, so this will be my last forced selection to make it. I can't believe no one's taken him. And I've got Oscar Taylor and Matty Leray. But you know what? Firstly, Tyler Williams, West Coast Eagles. I'll be consistent. I'm having a little schnig. The Tyler dog. All it cost you is your next pick, which is 52.
I'm going to decline, Pommy. He's all yours.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So there is a reason. There is a reason. West Coast. Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, I would be absolutely stoked because I'm actually stoked with that one because I rate him. So, no, go on, tell us why you didn't want him. This is where you tell me he's got like 2 weeks to live.
I grew up a Fremantle fan, so I couldn't touch him. Look, I think that West Coast has 1 spot on its main list left, and I am in the position I have to choose between Banfield and Williams. And I don't want to miss out on Banfield. He's my priority. So you can have Tyler Williams. The Kobe Evans bid ruined my plan, but that's fine.
Welcome, Pommy.
You know what? I'm
I think
happy
the Blues are full.
You are full, so
I think we're full, so it's a pass.
You are a pass. This is going to be a huge... Why won't you let me pass anymore? Why won't you let me pass? Where's the pass button gone?
Click on the player. Maybe. Oh, no, I don't know. Yeah.
You know what?
Just pick someone at the very end of the draft, yeah.
Little donkey selection.
I will... Joshua Tandy is not real.
Spewing.
Josiah
My next
Tandy
pick.
is real. Eagles back on the clock. Are you taking banners?
I am going to select him outright. Charlie Banfield joins West Coast.
I love it. I love it. So Banfield is a player. Where is he? Let's make it easier. Done. Fantastic. He's into the team. Adelaide
Chat is
Crow.
correct, Pom. It's the little orange button is pass.
Is it?
Next to live trade. Yeah, apparently.
Oh, it's because I've got it. Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to say, yeah, because I use the offline version and that button is different to me. Thank you. Okay, so Landy, get rid of it. Okay, Adelaide Crows, I'll check your list.
Yeah, I believe we have one senior spot left, and
do?
if that's the case, we are going to pass and keep that open for the train on players, please.
Okay, let's see if that works. It did. Okay, there we are. Fantastic. Cheers, chat. You're amazing. You're teaching me how to use my system. Collingwood. Who's next? Collingwood, you have got 34 on there. So, tell you what, their list is in a state. Collingwood, you're on the clock.
Collingwood. Who have I got so far for Collingwood?
So at this stage, you've got Onley, you've got Marcus Bontempelli, basically, and you've got Luke Jackson 2.0. So you've done very well.
Pretty good mix there. I'm going to take. Oh, they got Charlie West there. You know what? I'm going to take Rory Wright. And is he good for Collingwood right now? Not necessarily, but I just absolutely love him.
I'm surprised you didn't take him earlier.
Yeah, I know. I had a few opportunities too. I had to take Contagianis there for North. Rory Wright to Collingwood. I think this is a guy that can play straight away. He's got a really good balance between his contested game and his outside game. More of a cricketer growing up, so he hasn't really done a proper AFL pre-season, which I think is a factor. And I think he's just a good footballer overall. So lacks a bit of pace and stuff like that, but he'll fit in well and play early.
I love it. Now, you've got one list spot available on the senior spot with North. Are North taking that? At the minute, just a reminder, you selected the Big Max, Big Marcus, Big Ed, and you've gone this might be the first draft.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I hope this is the draft, because when I do the draft review, it's going to be the first time where I'm going to say, where's the midfielder?
You know what, Pommy? Fuck it. I'm going to take Taylor Byrne.
Ooh, nice.
Bit of a small forward. So what have we got there? We've got a couple of talls, don't we? We've got
you've gone. So your draft now would be Sherbert, big crass dog, Gondianis, and Taylor Byrne.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Good mix there. Hybrid defender, couple of keys, and a small forward.
Brady Rawlins must have been locked out of the picking selection until that last pick. You know what I mean? He was banging on the door going, what do you mean we've only picked tall players? Eagles back on the clock. That was your last selection, wasn't it, last time?
Yeah, I think we got to pass out from here.
Okay. Brisbane.
Alrighty.
1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't realise that their list was there, but yeah, you've still got you've got one more spot on your list and your main list as well. So
Ooh, I don't think I've taken a midfielder yet. You've been reminding me talking about North Melbourne. I've got Avery Thomas, Prindable, and Emmett. And Annabelle. Never mind. Who do we go with? I'm gonna use the Dylan logic and just take someone who I like. I don't know if they're suited for Brisbane or anything, but I'm going to take Blake Odeshawn-Benier. I really like him. He's a really solid footballer. He's a pure footballer. I love the way he plays the game. It's a solid rookie pick, I think, more than anything. I think he's someone who's going to slide through the draft. I don't think many clubs are going to be into him, but we'll take him now just to get his name out there.
I love it. I love that selection. Brisbane probably would be taking the mic if they got Benier there, though, wouldn't they? That would be crazy. Cats, you've got one list spot on your senior spot. Remember, Mellor is your only worry.
Yeah, but I'm not actually the Cats. I'm a West Australian, and it really hurts me to see all these West Australians still on the draft board. There is one that, I mentioned him earlier. I'm really surprised he's still here, but I'm not, because nobody respects us West Australians. Leon Kickett, I think there's an air of Lawson Humphreys about it. It's a Swan Districts player that, played some reserves footy as a 19-year-old, did really well. Absolutely terrific player. And I think he's someone that, Geelong like those mature age recruits, players who have been looked over a little bit. And I think he's going to be a sensational pick wherever he does go. And I really do hope he goes in this draft, because he is such a phenomenal footballer.
You know what, Hayden? You'll love me because I've been giving WA a bit of love, man. I was so hoping for Collingwood's and for my next pick for St Kilda, Kickett would slide because I was like, everyone's forgot he exists.
Mate, I've been seeing that name all day. Even Fred and Sam as well. Just watching all those West Aussies stay on the list, it hurts me a lot. So I had to take one of them.
I love it. I love it. Well, I mean, the Magpies, they are on the clock. Dylan, they would be very happy with this. McCarthy, Wright, and Onley. They've got list spots to burn as well.
Can I have a little bit of a pop here at Will Darcy? Father-son to the Western Bulldogs.
Oh, gosh, right. Let's have a look at my list where my dog is.
Is he there?
He is, Darcy. You know what? We're going to have to match him. We're going to have to, because we're scared that if Collingwood get him, what happens if Sam Darcy requests a trade to the Pies?
Exactly.
So Will Darcy, we match.
And then I'm probably going to go less of a needs pick here and more of just a guy that I like. I'm going to take Thomas Burton from the Western Jets. Oh. Kind of one of those like really high-end football guys that just gets overlooked because he's small. He's got really good pace. I think that gives him a little bit of versatility. Has played mostly as a midfielder, but I think at AFL level he'll slot in across half-back, finds plenty of the ball and just kind of dictates tempo. Not a lot of penetration to his game, but yeah, finds the footy with ease and just creative and smart and has all that footy IQ that you want.
Mate, we love a little bit of penetration around these parts. Hawthorn, you've got. Tell you what, Hawthorn still need to fill the senior list, so these picks are active for you, Hawthorn, and Hawthorn is me. I am going to look at this. Farrow Nairn, that's a huge win. Huge win. Oh, there's so many players there that I like. You know what? Straight away, I'm going to get in Fred Rodriguez. Sam Mitchell working with this guy. I can see the way that he goes about his work. Sam Mitchell could turn this guy into a brilliant player. And I think very similar traits to Zach Merritt in the very loosest sense of the word. Clever footballer, gets his hands dirty, moves the chains. We might have saved 3 first-round picks on Zach Merritt. Fred Rodriguez. Welcome to the Hawks, my little sexy man. So
that's a great pick.
It is a good. You know what? Nen, Farrow, and Rodriguez from 0 picks. I'm stoked with my Hawthorn list management. So hopefully double dummy as well. Massive Hawks, man. Hope I've done you proud. I know you're recovering from surgery. So I hope that cheers you up that I've just nailed the draft. Adelaide, where are you? Adelaide,
we will pass again, thanks, Tommy.
So you're going to pass?
Unless someone wants the pick, you know what I mean? Like
at this place,
give us a future.
St Kilda are back on the clock. So St Kilda, we've got Kai Fincher. I believe I have rookie spots aplenty. You know... He's too good to pass. Like, Mellor was an All-Australian, bro. You know what? Fuck it. Geelong just do whatever they want. So I am taking Jesse Mellor, knowing that Geelong can't match because their list spots are full. I'm taking him. St Kilda, we're a serious football club, St Kilda now. We're not pushovers.
Some spine.
Serious football club.
It's about time, St Kilda.
It's serious football club. Ian, Melbourne Football Club. 33. You have 1, 2, 3.
Do I have the list spot?
You've got 2 full list spots. You have 2 rookie spots open or 2 senior spots open.
Nah, I'll pass out. Thank you.
Pass. Carlton pass. Brisbane.
We're all done.
You're done.
Yep.
Fremantle.
I believe we're done, but I'm not entirely sure.
You've got 3 rookie spots open or 2 senior spots open, but according to everyone, it's 2 picks max you're taking.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I will be passing up on this one.
Melbourne, Carlton, Adelaide. That was a pass, wasn't it?
Yep.
Doggies, I think we're at full capacity too.
At pick 700, Gold Coast will make a selection. Just whenever you do it.
Okay, we're done. Adelaide are done. Hawthorn. Yeah, we're done. Collingwood, I do believe Collingwood are still fighting, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Collingwood now have got 1 rookie A spot, 2 senior spots on their list. So this is a compromise, but you have reached the minimum requirement, so you could pass. But
Yeah, I'm
Collingwood,
going to pass. I'm going to pass.
pass. You know what? I need to change that button for the ones that you play because that is so small to hit. That is so small. I haven't got the dexterity for that. Geelong 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Need to
30,
find a way to pass that team's every picker as well.
I need to add that as well. Eagles, you're passed, haven't you?
Done. Yeah.
Richmond, they're done because they've taken their 3. North, they're done.
I think so.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're done. Okay, Essendon, are you done?
We're done. Yeah. I think so. Are we? Oh yeah, Husfield. Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, Port, you're expected to take 1 pick. You've taken 1
Expected
pick.
to take 1, but we'll take Bryce Sanders for fun, or you can skip. I don't care.
No, Sanders, you've done. All right, okay. Where is Sanders? Tell you what, this is the best part of the draft. This right at the end. Good pick, that Bryce Sanders. Okay, St Kilda, we will pass. We will pass.
Do Sydney
If every
have a
other
spot?
team's part, what
Does
teams
Sydney-
are actually active?
I have Sydney, but I don't know if they have a spot because I will take a pick if they do have one.
Let's have a look. Sydney, you've taken 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 players. 4 players added to this. They have 1 list spot and 4 rookie A spots, but they could take a senior player if they wanted to.
I am going to take a senior player just for the fun of it. I'm going to take Cody Curtin. I think just too good to pass up. They have obviously taken Curnow this trade period. But as a longer term prospect, I think there's upside with Cody Curtin. I think he could easily go national draft. And, I don't think he's as blessed as his brother athletically, but I think he could be a very good key forward in time.
Mate,
I said I wanted
like
to
it.
anger some fan bases, so this is exactly what I asked for. Thank you. Already drafted a key forward. I didn't need another one.
Do you know what I mean?
Out of a cannon.
Good mate, Grittier. Cheers for the donation, mate. The Doggies, we will pass. Fremantle
So,
will pass.
it feels like everyone's done. Gold Coast will just rookie their remaining academy players. I'm assuming there wouldn't be any other bids.
Looking at this now, yeah, everyone looks like they're done.
Yeah.
So for those watching, we will go through what everyone's got in alphabetical order. So Adelaide, they were pick 19. Tell you what, Adelaide, they ended up with Mitchell Marsh and Hugo Mikunda. That's a pretty good start for them. Ian, happy with them selections?
Very happy. And yeah, I know Emmett is a bit of both. I just don't rate him that highly, which is kind of why, I don't know if he's going to be that proper ruckman in the comp, personally. So, yeah, that's why I pass on him, and I like a bit of speed instead. I think it's boring to go 2 talls.
Mate, look, I loved it. Brisbane, you ended up with Annabelle, Avery Thomas. You managed to get Prindable in, Emmett, and the big Blake Hyphen. Must be happy with that draft selection there.
Yeah, I think we need a hand. We're not good enough. We need some help. The AFL gave us Annabelle. I think that's a good result.
I like the way that you turned into a proper list manager there, mate. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. That's good. Carlton, Let Dog, you had the pressure of the world on your hands because you know that the most insults you get, I did Carlton once. they are the harshest people, even in a mock draft. They take that very serious. But bringing in Jevon Philippo, Harry Dean, and Jack Eisen, Philippo must be stuffed with that.
Yeah, look, if Nick Austin's half as good as I am and can do some underhanded handshake deals, I would love us to take that second live selection in the draft. I feel like they'll probably trade into the future, but if you could get a Philippo or someone of that ilk, I think you'd be dumb not to.
It's going to be fascinating. It is going to be fascinating, and if we can get it, that's good. Collingwood. Tell you what, I really like. You know what, Dylan? Just quietly, just from doing this live, not digesting it, I've genuinely enjoyed Collingwood's draft probably the most because I think the quality of players they've got with fuck all picks, ridiculous.
I've really polished a turd there, haven't I? With only McCarthy, Rory
genuinely,
Wright, and Thomas
that's
Burton.
solid return.
Yeah, I'm stoked with that.
Like pretty impressive. Back to Felix. You know what? People talking about Swaddling. That has who was the guy last year? Zach Johnson, wasn't it? Essendon. Talking about Essendon. You managed to pick the guy that everyone had in the top 30, who became a rookie, but you managed to take Xavier Taylor, Sharp, Lindsay, and your two NBA boys. You must be really happy with that return.
That is good, actually. Yeah. There was that trade with Carlton, I think. Matt Rosen needs to take notes. And who's Carlton's list manager? Both of you guys need to get on the phone. That's a win-win.
It's a win-win situation. It's a very strong draft hand. Hayden, you had Fremantle and bringing in Big Taj and Latrell. That is a bit of excitement and experience to a flag window side, isn't it?
Yeah, it's two players that obviously Hazy's still got to work through an injury, but when they're fit and they're ready, could probably try and make an impact on that best 22 immediately, which is all Freo really need. They've got youth in every position, so there's no real point to draft for players that aren't going to make an impact for 2 or 3 years. So I really like them. I think Pickett is a perfect one. Everyone knows that Freo's been crying out for small forward, so hopefully he can really slot right in there.
Look, I think it's a great selection. Pickett. I think Fremantle was suddenly the most exciting forward line. Like I said earlier, that looks nice on paper. Felix, you replicated GWS, I think, almost like GWS. Take the punts with Harley Barker, but then just take who they really like out of nowhere in Hunter Holmes. You must be really happy with that return.
Yeah, I channeled my inner GWS there, I think. And any draft haul with Harley Barker in it is an instant A+ from me. So I'm most happy with that one.
Mate, you did well. Back to you, Hayden. Geelong, you managed to end up with Ollie Greaves, Heatherton, and Kickett. That's your last 2 picks. Sensational.
Yeah, I was surprised Greaves lasted as long as he did. I wasn't too surprised, but if he was there, I was always going to take him. He's such a phenomenal footballer and someone who, if it isn't for those 1 or 2 knocks, I know a lot of people talk about his speed, would probably be a top 5 or 10 selection. And then Liam Heatherton was a real slider. I think Geelong need a key forward. And at that stage of the draft, there were a few on offer. We saw a lot of them go really late. So I was more than happy to pick up Heatherton. And, the fact that Leon Kickett was still there, I don't think he's really going to fit into that Geelong side anytime soon. But it's always nice to have depth there. You can play a bit higher up the ground as a winger, and I just really rate him as a player.
I think they're great selections. I think Geelong would be stoked. I mean, Gold Coast, you did well because a lot of people talking about, dependent on where bids going and if people accept deals, that people are talking you could go over the deficit. You've ended this window with only 300 points in deficit on a late second rounder as well. So pretty much fuck all.
And they get to put like Kobe Colson on the rookie list, and they might even chuck Cooper Collins on there just for the sake of it. So if that is how it went, it might be a little bit more deficit than they want, but they're getting good players. They guaranteed them. So
yeah. Hawthorn, myself, I'm stoked with my first and last pick. Jacob Farrell sliding. I think Sam Mitchell would be creaming in his pants. But Fred Rodriguez, where he was, I really like that selection. I'm not too sure what you guys think and what chat think, but I was really happy having Hawthorn and managing to get them players.
He's high in my fantasy rankings. Freddie
Rodriguez. Freddie R, mate. Thank you, Neil, as well. Much love, mate. Thank you for watching. Who's next? Hawthorn, Melbourne. Melbourne Demons, they had a really intriguing draft. You got Cumming, Doveston, and Ludowick covering all the bases, Ian.
Yeah, won the
That was
draft there. I think the D's have won that. Thank you. Sorry, Adelaide.
Are you November premiers?
Oh, absolutely. They got to win something this year.
November premiers. North, Dylan. This is the most exciting needs analysis North Melbourne draft I can remember. You must be stoked with getting 3 top toes and then managing to find a hybrid midfielder as well. Still managed to get the midfield quota for the draft.
Yeah, I'm still kind of having nightmares over the Tyree thing from last year and the Whitlock stuff and everything. But I don't know, this one kind of came unexpectedly that we did that bit of a trade, which kind of got us up for Schubert. I think in an ideal world, North Melbourne would take like a Barker or an Oscar Taylor if they did happen to get up. But there's also plenty of players I would have been happy with, like Threadgold, kind of in the 20s there. I wouldn't think it was terrible if we got a Ludowick or an Emmett as well. So I think there's a lot that North could do, but that on balance is pretty solid.
Which looks a strong draft. You're a master at doing late bids. The Bryce Sanders pick, can I just say quietly, is such a Port Adelaide pick. But Dalton,
he was actually the top of my list for them. I just took a midfielder for the chance because he was there.
But Dalton, I did really like that pick because Port are one of the few South Australian, Western Australian, the interstate sides that don't seem to be scared of taking a non-Adelaide boy as well. They seem to be quite bullish on it.
He'll get a good nickname too, Dalton, after he broke both of his wrists. So, he's a good pick.
Mate, we talked about Sasha Gray pre-show. He's obviously familiar. I did a few of my wrists when I first found her too. Richmond, Roby, Grill, and Allen. You must be stoked with that. Richmond?
Oh, sorry, Richmond. Sorry, that's me. Jeez, I was zoned out a little bit there, Pommy.
I was thinking about Sasha Gray.
Yeah, the Sasha Gray reference. My mind wanders too.
Who do we get again? Grill, Roby, and Allen?
Grill, Roby, and Allen.
Oh, yeah, I love this. I mean, it's obviously only the 3 picks. Richmond fans might be a little disappointed that I haven't got Kellaway there, but I think if a player of Allen's quality is on the board, this guy's a potential first rounder if he hadn't gotten injured. So, yeah, gives them the speed that they need and the athleticism in the midfield. And I think they have enough leadership to kind of go for players like this, a little bit more high-end quality, a bit more high upside as well.
Mate, I think that'll be a real tasty draft as well when you combine it with the lads from last year. That will be really nice, that draft for Tigers.
Now let me go back to my dreamland.
St Kilda, Fincher and Mellor. Really happy that we managed to get Jesse from Geelong. That is such a sauce thing to do as well, isn't it? Like all the years we've watched him at Carlton, like he's managed to get a giant oversized midfielder that started life as an intercept defender and a forward from another club. This is Saucy's dream. I replicated it. Sydney, Max King, Threadgold, Kyle, Carmichael, Cody Curtin, late. Pretty strong draft for the Swans.
I would say so. A lot of my work was done through the academy process, but I think it's a real win that we got a live pick in there for Blake Threadgold. So that's the feather in my cap, to quote Peter Bell like 7 years ago. A good mix there. Cody Curtin was probably one that in reality, I don't know if Sydney take all 5 picks, and it's not really a needs-based one, but I think he is draftable. So I'm very happy with that.
Well, you were quite big on the trades early doors. Will Dersma, Cooper Duff-Tytler, Hibbins Hargraves, Kobe Evans, and Banfield. Wes Wally has slid to the rookie draft for you. You did miss out on Tyler Williams, though. But are you happy with that return for the Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved a genuine midfielder in the first 3 picks, but I couldn't really force it. Decided to go with Cooper Duff on talent and was kind of hoping that a genuine on-baller would slide to the pick I actually traded up for. But I think I'm comfortable taking the high upside pick in Hibbins Hargreaves. I was hoping Kobe Evans would get through to our rookie list. As such, I had to choose the 2 best academy / father sons we had. Evans and Banfield are good prospects, and I had to make the call there.
Mate, I love it. Teresa, big friend of the channel. She wants you fired, Dylan. You didn't take her boyfriend.
Donating to Potshot is elite, just by the way. Everyone can Potshot if they pay.
Hey, Legdog, can you imagine how rich I would have been at the start of this if you had to pay to Potshot me? That would have fucking... I wouldn't be streaming anymore, mate. I would have been in my mansion. Doggies, Oscar Taylor, I'm chuffed with. Leray, I'm chuffed with. The fact I could steal Tyler Williams, who I think is an exciting small forward, is great. Gutted I had to keep Will Darcy. Couldn't rookie him, but we did have the list spots. You know what, chat? Before we go, I want you to all do me a favour. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Ian, what have you got coming up in the off-season? I'm going to drop your link in the comments. Just let everyone know what they can expect down at the Navy Blue Corner. I know your partner in crime now is, for tax purposes, an Australian resident again.
Yes, legally he is an Australian citizen again. But yeah, if you're a Carlton supporter, we do some Carlton content. So I'm sure once the draft is all wrapped up, you'll be getting some content from us, just wrapping up the season, all the ins and outs. Because of his travels, we haven't been able to record in a few months. So there is a lot to cover, which will be a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, that's why we talk about Sasha Gray a lot, because he is obviously, as everyone knows, the editor for Sasha Gray. So that's why me and Lockie are good mates. He's not really. That's why I'm mates with Ian, not Lockie. More likely to get me to Sasha Gray. Felix, Everything Essendon, you do some great content, and also you've got some big things planned, haven't you, for 2026? Do you want to tell the world what you're doing?
Yeah, so I'll be starting up a second, or hopefully a main channel where I focus on everything AFL. It's not going to be called that, but just a footy-focused channel where I look at the draft. Lots of big things coming there in the work, so still getting used to it all. How cameras and everything work, but no, excited. 2026 is going to be fun.
I'll tell you what, make sure his link is in there. Everything else, and if you follow that, you also get updates of his new general AFL content channel. Jesse, True Footy. Look, you're basically the Elon Musk of AFL YouTube. So tell us what True Footy X is doing in the off season. There'll be a load of stuff going on. Link is in the description just now in the chat. Tell us what's coming up on your channel.
Well, we do our live show, Dylan and myself, every weekend, and we'll continue that until probably just the one post the draft. In the off season, we'll probably have a little bit of the break from the live show, but I want to revisit a series I did a couple of years back where I just preview every team over the summer going into the next year. It's like doing my preseason as a content creator, and I think it held me in good stead last time. So I'll make a bit of content, but also take a bit of a break.
I love it, Jesse. You're a legend. D, thank you very much for the $20. Much love to you. Glad you enjoyed it. Dylan, you're a little bit like Michael Bublé. We see you this time of the year, and then you disappear for a bit, but then you come back. But this is the busiest time of the year for you, Dylan.
I burn very...
Go and check them out. What have you got planned?
I burn very brightly at this time of year. Yeah, as Jesse said, we've got the live stream, so Saturday we'll be doing that. You might be jumping on for the next one, Pommy. Night one of the draft, I'll be with the DDF guys. We've got a live stream going there. And then night two, I think it's going to be myself, Jesse, and Felix will be covering night two of the draft as well on Footy from the Flat. So a lot going on, getting prepped for all that sort of stuff. But you can check out my personal stuff as well. Dylan Alexander Follows Draft on Insta and YouTube.
Yeah, make sure you go and give him a follow. Like Dog, you know what? I'm actually really pleased for something a bit different. Everyone else just does boring football content, like the jocks they are. But Like Dog,
we're also fucking jockey in here.
Like Dog's a little bit more refined. He's a man of class and luxury. If you are into your hobbies, your work, your Warhammer and things like that, Like Dog, you've got loads of wonderful things that you chronicle on your channel, don't you?
I do. I've even started uploading videos again. So
yeah, I was going to say that.
Chuck the link in chat. Head there and watch some nerd shit. I'll be back. I think an article went up on Code Sports for Supercoach Draft during the week. So yeah, I'll be floating around footy stuff as well.
Yeah, just go on Like Dog's channel because he's just started, and make him deal with what we had to deal when we started.
Oh, so do I have to delete my Charlie Curnow video?
No, but I want people to comment the shit that we had to deal with, like, oh, you're painting it wrong. It's not the right green.
Yeah.
All right. So I want that. And Hayden, go and follow him. So before Caden McDonald, like, bastardized the kicking challenge, and then every man and his dog just went down to a park and kicked a football with some dude you didn't care about. Hayden was the first man that did that. Like, and his content, honestly, no word of a lie, it's so good because you had to see these draftees in a more relaxed atmosphere. They've got a bit of personality. It's not like they're under lock and key and going, if I swear I won't get drafted. Please go and subscribe to the Footy Yarn. Quality content, like real quality content. What have you got planned for the rest of the off-season?
Gee, I could cry. That was a great intro. Yeah, I mean, definitely probably the least skilled one to do these goal kicking challenges. I've had it absolutely handed to me by these draft prospects, but for the next week, it's pretty flat out. I've been releasing 3 videos a week with the draftees. So yesterday I released one with the Gold Coast Academy boys. Tomorrow I'm going to be with the Rangers boys. So that's your Sully Robies, Ollie Greaves, Lockie Doverston, Xavier Taylor, plus another 4 or 5 boys from there. I've got 15 to 20 blokes from South Australia that I did a game of pick with coming out this weekend. And then I've got 19 blokes from WA, which probably pushing it a little bit because we only saw about 5 of them get named today, but that'll be coming out next Monday, which I've still probably got about 10, 15 hours of editing to do on that. So I'm absolutely packing it. But after that, I'm actually hanging the boots up. It's been 6 years and I'm going into retirement from YouTube for at least the foreseeable future from there.
We are going to, I mean, hopefully we can steal you though for draft.
Oh, mate, I'll be a gun for hire for sure. I'll be around and I will be a gun for hire.
I've got to say, your Gold Coast video that you released, I think it was like the start of the week. Like, I was watching that while I was pissing about with this simulator, and the Gold Coast boys, they're kind of nice, aren't they? Like, there was something likable about them.
They're phenomenal. Look, I'm not going to name any names, but I think what really dragged it out for me is dealing with a lot of these Victorian boys. There's a real different air of having to deal with them as with all the boys across the country. So I'd had like 5 to 10 videos in a row with the Vic boys where it's a bit harder to organise. It's a bit more different when you get there. And then I got up to Queensland and you planned it 2 months in advance. You're all having a laugh. You rock up, you get it done. It's so easy. And they're terrific boys. Everyone's a terrific bloke, obviously, but those Gold Coast boys and the Brisbane boys really held a special place in my heart this year.
Mate, I love it. Well, go and check him out. Mason, the link is just above you. pommyandoz.shop/pages draft simulator. If you stop copying and pasting your comment, you'll see my comment just above you. Helps. Patience, Mason. Good for you. Patience is good, man. Chat, I will be back tomorrow. I've got Jasper from ESPN in our AFL X mock draft. It's Team Victoria this time versus Team South Australia. So I will be representing South Australia. After that, we've got an absolute boatload of content coming up on the channel. You've got Sundays live. You've got the final power rankings, the final chance to learn the players. We're going right up to 100 players. So we are doing them in increments of 20. So if you want to finally learn about the last amount of players, you'll see them there. And then we're live, joint live with Blue Abroad, Wednesday, both nights of the draft. Me and Terry come and bully us and have a bit of fun. But from my heart, all 6 of you, this is the most fun I've had with a camera in front of me with my clothes on. So thank you very much.
Cheers for setting that up, Pommy. That was real good.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. Thank you very much, sir. We'll see you next year, probably. We'll do this. As StreamYard gets better, hopefully the dream is 18 people, which would be the dream to do. But thank you very much. Make sure you go and subscribe to everyone. And I'll see you throughout the week as I post who picked what so you can see the shorts. See you later, everyone.
Cheers, boys.